Okay, let me ask you something. When was the last time you went to CNN to find out what was actually happening in the world? Yeah, that's what I thought. Because here's the thing. While traditional media has been busy arguing about ratings and running the same 5 talking heads on rotation, something weird has been happening on YouTube. The drama channels, the ones that used to cover YouTuber beef and influencer breakdowns, they're out here doing actual journalism now, and I don't know if that's inspiring, terrifying, or both. Let's rewind. Drama channels started off pretty simple. Someone does something embarrassing, someone else makes a 15-minute video breaking it down frame by frame. Millions of views. Rinse, repeat. But somewhere along the way, these creators got good at it. Like genuinely good. They started sourcing documents, filing FOIA requests, tracking paper trails, reading lawsuits for fun, which, by the way, is not something your average person does. That is a specific type of brain, and I respect it. And the audience kept growing, because people found out, real quick, that a 25-year-old in a hoodie with a second monitor full of tabs could explain a story more clearly than a news anchor with a full production crew behind them. The bar was already low. These creators just walked right under it, and then somehow kept going lower, and then built something better on the other side. Here's where it gets interesting. Channels that built their audience on, say, influencer drama or gaming controversies, they started expanding, and not by accident, because their viewers trusted them. That's the key word, trust. These creators had already proven something. They do the homework. They show the receipts. They don't just say sources say and then go to commercial break. They link the documents in the description. So when something real breaks, a corporate scandal, a political story, some company quietly doing something shady, people aren't going to NBC. They're going to whoever showed up in their feed first and actually knows how to explain it without making them feel dumb. And that shift? That's not small. That is a fundamental change in where an entire generation gets its information. Look, I'm not saying every drama channel is out here doing Pulitzer-level investigative work. Some of them are still just T channels with better lighting. That's fine. We love that for them. But there's a real chunk of the space that has genuinely crossed into something that looks a lot like journalism, whether they call it that or not. Now, why is this happening? And before you say, because mainstream media is corrupt, relax. Let's actually think about it. Traditional news has a speed problem. It has a format problem. It has a tone problem. When something breaks, a TV network has to get producers in a room, get a legal sign-off, get an anchor ready, and by the time they're on air, the story's already been dissected in 3 separate YouTube videos with combined view counts of 4 million. Meanwhile, a creator with a laptop and a good microphone, they saw the tweet, they read the thread, they pulled the original source material, and they're already recording. Speed aside, there's also the how of explaining things. Traditional news talks at you. These creators talk with you. They say things like, okay, wait, this part is confusing, let me break it down. And that actually means something to people who aren't policy wonks. The audience isn't passive anymore. They're in the comments, they're fact-checking in real time, they're sending the creator tips and corrections. It's a feedback loop that no 6 o'clock broadcast can replicate. But here's what nobody really wants to say out loud. This whole shift puts a lot of responsibility on people who never asked for it. A creator who started out doing drama recaps is now, functionally, a news source for hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of people. That's a lot of weight to carry with no editorial board, no fact-checking department, and no institutional backing if something goes wrong. And some creators handle it incredibly well. They're careful. They update their audience when they get something wrong. They don't editorialize beyond what the evidence actually supports. But some don't. And when a source that people trust gets something wrong, or worse, gets used, the damage is real. So yeah, it's messy. The whole thing is messy. But honestly, so is every media transition in history. Radio replacing newspapers, TV replacing radio, the internet replacing everything. It's always messy, and someone always says it won't work, right up until it does. The line between drama channel and news channel isn't just blurring. In a lot of cases, it's already gone. And the question isn't whether this is happening. It clearly is. The question is what we do with it. As creators, as viewers, as people who, apparently, are getting more and more of our reality filtered through a person sitting in front of a ring light. Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's the future. Or maybe, just maybe, it's both. Anyway, that's my take. Drop your thoughts in the comments because I genuinely want to know what you think. And I'll see you in the next one.